Hey guys, so we made it. We are on part 5 of the Why We're Catholic book club, which is the final part. I am really excited for everyone who has joined us for this journey. I hope you have learned something along the way. If you know me, you know I am very pro-life, and the first chapter of this part totally put the brakes on, and I did read the other chapters, but I felt very, very compelled to make this video. This is titled Why I'm Pro-Life, and no, it's not just because I'm a Christian. Because here's the thing, to me, being pro-life is like a basic human right. We all have a right to live. First of all, the issue is, right, when does life begin? Does it begin when the sperm and the egg first unite? Yes, right, that's science. But, you know, people will argue, no, that's just a ball of cells. Well, if it's a ball of cells, then when? When in the gestation period from the very first moments of conception up through, you know, the baby being born, like, is it viable? Now, people give all sorts of things, you know, when there's a heartbeat, when there's brain waves, whatever, right? They make all these different kind of conditions on when it's a human life. Now, if you guys don't know, when an egg and a sperm unite, there is a light that brights, and like it's zinc being released, but it is amazing. And to me, that's like, I'm guessing when the soul is first introduced to that baby, because when else is the soul going to enter, right? Is it going to enter when it has brainwaves at 20 weeks? Is it going to enter when it has its first heartbeat? No, the soul goes into that little, you know, baby from the very moment of conception, because at the moment of conception, that baby is a human. It has its own DNA, it has its own sex identity, it is literally a Homo sapien, it is a human, it is an organism, it is defined as such. So that's it, like that's science. And I will link down a bioethical discussion by this biologist, and he talks about that very fact, that this isn't just an idea of faith and religion and, well, life begins at conception because I'm Catholic. Life begins at conception because that is what science says, all right? There it is. Then the question is, well, it's not viable. Okay, so let's think about the term viability. That means that you can survive on its own, right? So if for any of you who have 2-year-olds, is your 2-year-old viable? No, right? They would not be able to feed themselves. They would not be able to care for themselves without you. If they were just dropped off in the wilderness, they are not viable. They would perish unless someone's taking care of them. But is it okay to kill a 2-year-old? Gosh, no, right? No one, whether you are a pro-abortion or not, would ever say it's okay to kill a 2-year-old. Then let's think about people that are, say I'm in a car accident and I'm on life support. Well, I am definitely not viable in those moments in the hospital. But would someone argue that like the moment I have to be put on life support, I should just die instead? Like you should just leave me? No. People with mental disabilities, the elderly, we care for all of these humans that, you know, are not viable on their own. Yet people are saying that because a baby, a person, is inside their mother still, that somehow that makes them less human somehow. And that's not true. So the viability thing doesn't even work. I know some 20-year-olds who are not viable. Now you get to the next argument, which is just disgusting, but let's go there. So it is a baby, but I'm a woman, I have a right to choose whether I kill my baby. That is it. That is it, okay? You're saying, well, I'm a woman, but I have a right to choose my body. I'm in college, I'm not married to the dad, it's inconvenient. So then if you birth a baby and then you put it back into the womb and kill it, that's okay. Is that what you're saying? Okay, but then, you know, you get the sob story, right? You get the, well, what about the woman who's raped? And not only is she raped, you know, she's also disabled. And, you know, she has breast cancer. Like, I was listening to Ben Shapiro, he's funny. But, you know, he's like, let's make it the most sad story possible. Okay, when is it ever okay to create more violence out of violence. Rape is very serious. It's scary. It's heartbreaking. I'm a woman. I've grown up being fearful of being raped my entire life. You know, you walk with your keys with your fingers, out. You check the back seats. You don't go in certain places after dark. Like, being a woman can be really terrifying at times because I don't want to be raped. I don't want my daughter to be raped. Like, that is just one of the most horrific things that could ever happen to a woman. Now, if a baby comes out of that rape, that baby is not evil. That baby is not a person that shouldn't be allowed a chance to live. I have read multiple stories of women who have been raped. They've kept the baby, they've raised the baby, and that woman is so thankful for that child, that innocent life. If not, it's called adoption. There are women out there who cannot conceive, and they are begging to adopt. So stop using rape, stop using poverty. Poverty is an issue, but it's not an issue that then allows you to kill a child. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, they're two different issues. I know so many people that say, I would never have an abortion because I believe it's killing a baby, right? But I think a woman has a right to choose that for herself. Kind of like that whole your truth, my truth thing. Well, she doesn't think it's killing a baby, but I think it is. So she can go do whatever she wants. I'm not her. I'm not living her life. I don't know how inconvenient it is for her to have that child. Okay, are we going to go around and be like, hey, I'm not going to kill my 5-year-old because I think that's morally wrong. But if that person wants to go kill their 5-year-old, that's okay. That's on them. I mean, you could just go on and on and on. There are absolute truths. There is such a thing as morality, and killing is never okay. It's never okay. Killing innocent life is never, ever okay. So the main point is protecting all life. The title of the chapter is Why We Protect All Life. This is the fundamental point of our society, how we treat every human life. We've gotten rid of slavery. The Holocaust is a thing of the past, thank God. But this is rampant in our country. Just a quick note on Planned Parenthood. I know that their favorite thing to say is that 3% what we do is abortions. Now, that is complete BS. And I'll tell you how they get that number. There is a video down below that explains the statistics and how they get that number. But literally what they do is they listed out every single thing they could possibly do. Write this report, make this referral, give this exam. And so when they got down to it, abortion made 3% of the multitude of things that they offered. However, if you call Planned Parenthood, most of them will say, oh no, we only do abortions here. Planned Parenthood in 2016 committed 321,384 abortions. That's 881 babies a day, and every 98 seconds a child is killed. This is not okay. And this is interesting. Back in the spring, President Trump said, hey, we're going to defund you if you commit abortions because we want to separate that out, which go him, with taxpayer dollars. But if you want to offer the another 97%, right, of the things you offer, that's fine. We will federally fund that. We will federally fund breast exams and birth control and pap smears and pregnancy tests and ultrasounds and all the things that they say they do that help women's health. But you gotta stop doing abortions. And by the way, abortions only make 3% of your thing, so what's the big deal? It's because they make their most money. And if you try to tell me that women can't get contraceptives otherwise, I'm pretty sure a pack of condoms isn't that much. You shouldn't be having sex outside of wedlock anyway, so drop the mic. That's not an excuse to keep Planned Parenthood around. And FYI, ladies, if you are using birth control, a lot of birth control is abortive. So if you are pro-life, but you're using the pill or IUD, oh my gosh, especially an IUD, you need to look into the statistics because a lot of those will allow conception, but then they make your uterine lining hostile, so the freshly conceived baby can't implant. just to let you know, I don't know who's watching this. I don't know where you're, again, this isn't supposed to be a highly Catholic video. I want like anyone to watch this. So if you are using birth control, you really, really need to think about the fact that if it's allowing implantation, if it's allowing conception, but it's making your uterine hostile, that could be potentially causing abortions like every month. And you just gotta think about like that soul and that like individual organism is created at the moment of conception. It's science. Down in the comments below, let me know what your view on abortion is, what your view on being pro-life or being pro-choice. I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-adoption. I'm just not pro-murdering babies. So I will pin some great Ben Shapiro talks below, some other ones below. I'll pin some things from people who are trying to call Planned Parenthood and it's not working out so well. And just let me know if any of these arguments made sense to you. So make sure you watch the video of the Spark of Life. It's so cool. Make sure you check out the other videos down below. Let's have a conversation in the comments, and I will definitely put some resources down there if you've had an abortion and you need some help with healing. I do want to say a quick thank you to all of you who participated in the Birth Book Club with me. It wouldn't have been the same without you. I've really, really enjoyed watching your videos. I'm excited to watch this week's, and I look forward to doing other book clubs with you. I think the Catholic community here on YouTube is phenomenal, and I just absolutely love connecting with everybody, and I am fully like blessed and humbled that any of you wanted to do this with me. So thank you. God bless. Have a beautiful day. Thursday, we're going to talk about living liturgically for the entire year, not just Advent and Christmas, and kind of how that works. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a blessed day. Bye.